Today we're going to review the basic programming steps for the Digital Life thermostat. After properly installing the thermostat and restoring power to it, you should see the day, month, and year on the display, which needs to be set before proceeding. Using the up and down arrows, set the appropriate month, day, and year. Here you should see the year, the month, and the day. Press the Done button when finished. Now you need to set the time. Again, use the up and down arrows and press the Done button when finished. The thermostat should return to normal operation. At this point, you can begin programming the thermostat. To enter into the programming stages, press the System button once. Once activated, one of the functions will begin to blink. In this example, the word Heat is blinking. Next, press buttons 3 and 5 simultaneously for approximately 5 seconds. When the display changes, the programming mode is active. The left-hand side of the display indicates the programming line, in this case 120. The right-hand side displays the options within that programming line. Use the up and down arrows to select programming lines and options. Please refer to your M&Ps for additional information. Once programming has been completed, the system needs to be tested. Using the up and down arrows, scroll until you see the word Test. There are 3 options for testing. If you're dealing with a heat pump with auxiliary heat, there will be a 4th option displayed. Test 1 is for cooling. On the right-hand side, select option 1. This will start the air handler and the compressor. Verify the unit is discharging cool air in the home. If dealing with a 2-stage system, press the up arrow again to engage the 2nd stage compressor. Again, verify the unit is discharging cool air in the appropriate locations of the home. Once the cooling test is complete, turn the option on the right-hand side back down to 0 and proceed to the next test. Test 2 is the fan test. This test will confirm the thermostat has manual control over the fan if the customer chooses to run the fan manually. To start the test, make sure Test 2 is visible and use the right-hand up arrow to choose option 1. At this time, the indoor fan motor should engage. Again, verify air is blowing out of the supply registers in the home. After you verify the fan is functioning properly, turn the option on the right-hand side back to 0 and proceed with the next test. Test 3 is for heating. On the right-hand side, select option 1 to begin the test. Depending on the type of heating you're working with, be it electric, gas, or oil, the heating equipment should engage. Verify warm air is blowing from the supply registers. If you're dealing with multiple stage heating, you will use the right-hand up arrow to scroll to each additional stage. After verifying functionality, turn the option on the right-hand side back to 0 and proceed. Test 4 is for a heat pump with emergency heating. While not displayed here, the system would be tested using the same procedures as for tests 1 through 3. The only difference for test 4 is that a red LED would light up on the right-hand corner of the thermostat indicating emergency heating is on. After testing the thermostat and verifying proper operation, the next step would be to discover the thermostat into the DLC. Once the DLC is up and running and in discovery mode, use the up arrow on the left-hand side to scroll to RF10. On the right-hand side, press the up arrow to start the discovery process. If the DLC is working properly, the 2 dashes, once the thermostat is associated with the DLC, will change to a 2-digit number. When the thermostat is discovered, there is another option called RF20. This is called the Shared Node Mode and is available when there are multiple thermostats within the home. If this mode is enabled, all thermostats in the home will function as one. So if one thermostat initiates cooling, the other thermostats would also turn on to cooling, thereby acting as one thermostat to avoid warm and cold spots in the home. Once programming is complete, press the Done button. Be sure to educate the customer on how to properly use the fan button, the Systems button, and how to manually adjust the temperature in the home. If programmed as a programmable thermostat, make sure you show them how to perform and edit those functions as well. When educating on the fan mode, touch the fan mode area of the display. There are 3 options to choose from: On, Auto, and Circulate. On will turn on the fan immediately. Auto will turn on the fan during a heating or cooling request, and Circulate is for future use and not available at this time. After selecting the desired mode, press the Done button. Next, touch the System Mode area of the display. Once touched, one of the options will begin to blink. Currently, this system is set to Auto. The other three options are Heat, Off, and Cool. After selecting the desired mode, press Done. To establish heating and cooling set points, use the up and down arrow buttons along the right-hand side of the display. The current heat setting is 62 and the cooling setting is 85. These set points are used to maintain the home whenever in heating or cooling mode. To change either of these set points, use the up and down arrows next to the appropriate temperature settings. Keep in mind when changing these set points that there is an adjustment that does not allow the heating and cooling temperatures to come within 2 degrees of each other. If they do, the system will automatically offset the temperature. The reason for this is because of the temperature's deadband, which is needed for the system to automatically change over from heating to cooling mode and vice versa. In the center of the display, the current inside temperature is shown, and the current day and time is shown at the bottom. Finally, educate the customer on how to review and edit schedules. Press the Schedule button located at the bottom of the screen. The system is now in View mode only, allowing the customer to review current schedules set for each of the modes. There are 4 modes: Wake, when the first person in the home potentially wakes up in the morning; Leave, when the last person leaves the home; Return, when the first person returns to the home; and Sleep, when the last person goes to bed at night. Currently, the system is in Leave mode because the word Leave is blinking. The Leave mode begins at 8 a.m. with temperature set points of 62 and 85. To adjust these settings, press the Edit button. The set points can now be adjusted using the appropriate right-hand arrows. Also, the days of the week can be changed. One of the nice features of the Digital Life Thermostat is that multiple days can be selected at one time. Check marks can be placed on the desired days, so in this example, Monday through Friday is set, the start time for Leave mode is changed to 8:30 a.m., the heat set point is changed to 68, and the cooling point is set at 78. Press the Done button when finished. The same process can be repeated for each mode. It is possible to set only 2 programming options for the customer. Those would include Wake and Sleep. It's a good idea to have the customer program at least one programming schedule while you're there to ensure they understand the programming process. And on a final note, be sure to tell them the thermostat will default back to the normal operating mode if no action is taken within 30 seconds.